within your experience with Cora, what do you see in yourself that has changed since your diagnosis? Are there things that you can identify within yourself that have changed?
Yes, I used to be pretty quiet. I wasn't terribly outspoken. I usually like to sit back and kind of evaluate situations, listen to people. I'm a listener, but I've learned to be a lot more forward, a lot more, not necessarily pushy, but I've learned to speak out. Becoming an advocate, I call and I push our care team, I push doctors. I'm not afraid to disagree. I'm not afraid to do whatever I can to get her where she needs to be. And also, I'm very open now. I tell her medical team to share pictures, and I'm very forward spoken. I offer information. I offer my phone number. If they ever come across someone else who's struggling, I say, if you can wiggle your way around this, have them reach out to me, and I'll be there to talk, work things through. I mean, whatever we can do to help. And that before, I just was kind of quiet before. Now not so much, but.
Would you say you've really expanded your boundaries, or are you just much firmer at placing them in a very, unique way that's unique to your situation?
I think firmer at placing them. I've always been very open-minded, caring. I like to help people. I've always been a caregiver in some sort of sense. I was a CNA before, a youth counselor before, so I like helping. So this just adds to it. It's another way to help.
So with that, how are you helping yourself? Where is your self-care at these days?
My self-care isn't always the typical. I'm very busy, and that's how I take care of things, is keeping busy. So currently, I decided to apply it towards massage therapy. So I'm working on that, and then hopefully obtaining my CLT to help others like Cora. So it's a long ways, but I'm in the middle of it, and it's very busy, and I adore it. But
that's great, and I'm sure you're able to then help educate your fellow students in things that they probably had no idea about.
Someday.
Right?
Yes.
Maybe even direct them to a specialty that they hadn't thought of being in. Right?
Yes. Yes.
We know
and different modalities too. Different modalities like cupping and kinesiotape and everything else, and the value to those tools.
I think that's the one thing that we don't always understand, because it's that Western and Eastern medicine that people get very confused about, and they go, but I can't do that. And I think we limit ourselves very easily. It's understanding your body and understanding the best practices for your body, because everybody has a body, right? And I always use this saying, everybody is everybody, because we forget that there's a general guideline of care that we need to follow, right? There are those practices that are well recommended, but then there's the things that work individually for us. And I think that's one of the things that, understanding a little bit more about Cora's situation, I'm sure there's individual things that you've learned to do for Cora that wouldn't be general practice for anyone else.
Nope.
Is there something in particular that you could mention to us and share with us?
That is different. There's a couple things. Her hands do not respond to compression.
Okay.
And that is something that it's taken medical professionals a lot to grasp. We went all the way to the Foldy Clinic in Germany, and it took 3.5 weeks of her not responding for them to be like, you're right, maybe she's not responding. And the pain aspect, I have my theories of it as why, but that is something unheard of.
Right.
You think compression, you think wrapping, you think it's, it keeps the skin soft, it reduces. She doesn't reduce. So we use different modalities to keep her hands soft. We are going back to the drawing board and trying compression again for reduction, just to show them the history of it not working, because there's not much more we can do right now to solve or correct it. She has had surgical procedures, but right now we don't know, and the medical community doesn't know. So we just do what we can to maintain and keep her skin soft.
Okay.
Other things are just cupping.
Mm-hmm.
Cupping's been huge for us, and kinesio tape. That's been huge for us. But just those different tools, they're not well known, but I think that's something really important for everybody to think of. And like you said, it's not textbook, and everybody's different, and we have to get to know our bodies, because even everybody's lymphatic system is unique.
Yes.
So it's huge for us to explore that.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part, is for everyone to see someone else using a modality that works for them, and to see that reduction happen for them, and have the expectation that it's automatically going to work for them. And it's really hard to balance that frustration and that challenge and that disappointment when it doesn't. I know I've tried myself with a few taping. I don't enjoy it. I have pretty good use with my sleeves, my compression sleeves and my gloves. But because I also have it in my breast and my back, dealing with torso is so different. And I don't enjoy being in a very tight suit every day, but I know what I need to be more diligent with it, because, you know, maybe it's sourcing a better bra that has a higher back on it, so that there's more control around that area.
Yes.
And wearing something inexpensive. And, you know, this is not an inexpensive disease to live with either, right?
No, not at all.
Garments are expensive.
Incredibly.
Taping, you think, okay, tapes. I know I was watching a speaker the other day talking about the new studies that are coming in place for Velcro. And Velcro garments are starting to really have much more progression with treatment because of the time factor alone.
Huge.
You know, how many hours do you spend wrapping her?
That really depends on the day and her willingness. She just woke up. I would say on a good day, because I have an arsenal of different foams and different bandages and different layers because our hands are so unique. But if we can get into a really good routine of getting it done, I would say 2 hours. But with how active she is, sometimes it doesn't even pay off, because within a half an hour they're slipping off, no matter what we put on it. Stretch socks, knee warmers, we've done that before, anything, and it doesn't always pay off either. Because she's so active.
And she's so small, so you know, getting things to stay where they should be on a smaller person is a little bit harder than as an adult, because our limbs are that much bigger. Our body our torso is that much bigger, so we can have more mass to cover for it to stick to, right?
Oh, yes. Well, not just that, but like you mentioned, garments, they're usually custom, but what people don't realize is it's not just, oh, you get your garments and you're okay. A lot of times they have a life of 3-6 months if you're really lucky. And most people, try to stretch it out to a year. It's not covered by most insurances. So it's just trying to remain compliant is a battle, even once you figure out what works for you.
I agree. It's I think really challenging too, because when people are trying to stretch out those garments, they're maybe not even necessarily taking care of them in the best way that they should be. And knowing that, you know, you should always have at least 2 so you can swap off. It's a huge investment to maintain that religious care of the garments.
Try to turn it a little. He was watching.
Of course. So back to your self-care. Do you take time for just you?
I try, but it's very difficult. It honestly is. I try. My self-time is usually with Cora. We will take a moment to sit down and we'll watch a movie, and I usually do MLD. My self-care is spending time with her. I know that sounds silly, but
no, it doesn't.
We
Not
do
at
everything
all.
together.
I think it's amazing. Bless you.
She just woke up. She's handing me her dress. She likes to sleep. Naturally, all natural. So
That's okay.
she threw me a dress. She was like, "Get me dressed." Sorry.
That's okay. I think that's probably more comfortable for her.
Yes,
Right?
very much so. It's gonna be
Yeah.
hard for her to break when it gets to preschool.
Yeah. That's a whole other world in its own.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Disappeared
Yeah.
again, but
Okay. So what would you say would be your best recommendations for parents that are maybe just coming into this or that are trying to find better ways for their child who's dealing with this illness?
my best recommendation would be to, when I say get involved in the community, I don't mean you have to throw yourself out there, but look at the different stories. Don't be afraid to reach out when you're ready and explore as many tools. Do as much resource search as you can.
Yeah.
Really get out there and educate yourself, because you need to be an advocate for your child. And it is, it is extremely difficult
Good morning,
to know what
Cora.
you need to do and learn what you need to do. Let's get you covered with a blanket. Okay.
Good morning, Cora.
You say good morning. She has her little puffin stuffed animal wrapped with its washcloth cape. You gotta keep him right here.
Can we see your little guy?
Can you show him your puffin?
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Bandages too?
It's a washcloth cape.
Washcloth. Ah, okay.
You made it, didn't you? You say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mommy's gonna finish up talking, okay?
Yeah. You with us. We're good having you on here.
Yeah. Shoot,
Yeah.
lots of people want to see you.
Yeah.
You just woke up, huh?
You have a good sleep, Cora?
Yeah.
Yeah? Were you dreaming?
I was dreaming about a unicorn. Oh.
Unicorn. Oh. Unicorns are one of my favorite animals. Yeah. I think they're pretty special for you too, right?
I always want to see one fly.
Yeah? What color do you think their wings are?
The wings kind of look green and purple. Oh, and brown and blue.
All the colors of the rainbow, right?
And they have some wings to pink. That's lots of colors.
That's amazing.
I think they're rainbow.
Amazing. That's like the rainbow.
I have a pony who's a Westia, two Westias, that one's big and one sounds small.
Wow.
Just talking about our My Little Ponies.
Yeah, I figured. I do have some nieces who, what's funny is, you know what? When I was younger, we had My Little Ponies too. Except they weren't called My Little Ponies.
Do you think? You're a good girl. You want to sit here? Can you sit here for now? Just because we keep you covered with the blanket?
Yeah. Can you stay on for like 5 more minutes?
Can you stay on for 5 more minutes and we'll get you some chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk?
Oh.
Wow.
That's her favorite. That's like her morning coffee.
That's all good. That's all good. I'm sure you must enjoy it. You love spending time with Mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does Mommy help take good care of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? You help take good care of yourself?
Do you take care of yourself?
Yeah.
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 Mommy,
Yeah.
that's the showing us.
Where? Oh, that's us. She sees us in the thing. You just noticed?
It's all good. It's all good. Well, I think we'll make this probably the way to say have a great morning and enjoy your time together today. It's been amazing having this conversation with you. I so appreciate your time. I so look forward to having more conversations with you. And we hope that maybe we can have a conversation with Cora next time.
Ooh.
We can get you up and have a conversation one morning.
You could talk about lymphedema.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's still waking up. It's a good thing. She'd be everywhere if she was fully awake.
Oh, good. Well, I'm going to say thank you very much. I'm going to say goodbye for now. And
Thank you.
it's been amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great work. Cora, keep enjoying life, okay? You're doing a great job living with lymphedema, and we so love you.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're going to close it up, and we will talk to you again soon. Kasey, thank you for your time.
Yes,
Cora,
thank you.